Peeping on My Husband and the Neighbor, Cuckqueans 11. Threesome Erotica Lesbian Erotica BDSM Erotica. Written by Connie Cuckquean. Narrated by Kelly Morgan. I was changing the sheets on the bed when I spotted her. She was leaning over the fence and talking to my husband, Jared. At first he didn't seem too interested, but gradually he rose up off the lounger and went to stand closer as they conversed. I stared down on them like a voyeur, my face peering out from behind the curtain for fear she might look up across the pool and spot me. I watched her giggle and laugh with my husband as they became more familiar. He had on his red shorts and nothing else, and I just knew that feisty little singleton was getting an eyeful. I couldn't blame her. Jared was in great shape for a guy approaching 40. Our neighbor must have been in her early 20s. She had on this black bikini one-piece that wrapped around her midriff and flowed over her body. It drew the eye over her curves, and I felt a pang of envy at how good she looked. I watched as Jared stood up on the brickwork that lined the fence so he could get a better look over. They talked for about 10 minutes, and eventually she walked away, looking briefly dismayed before injecting a confidence back into her swagger. She sat back on the lounger and took a sip of her drink before opening a magazine. Jared looked back at the fence as he sat back down. He had a kind of confused look about him, and I watched as he visibly seemed to shake a thought from his head. It was very curious indeed. I moved downstairs to the kitchen and grabbed a drink from the refrigerator, then shouted up to Jared from the back door. "There's a beer in here for you, honey," I said, and he practically came running for it. He gave me a kiss on the cheek, and then a puzzled look struck him.
"I was just talking to our neighbor, Crystal."
I smiled wryly. "Crystal, huh?"
"Her house backs onto ours."
"Mm-hmm."
"I think she just tried to seduce me,"
he said, laughing. I raised my eyebrows. "Seduce you?" He shook his head.
"Crazy, right? She offered me round for a drink."
"Did you accept?"
"Of course not."
"Why not?"
"She's half my age, Carla."
I cocked my head. "Oh, so that's the only reason?"
No,
he stammered, scrambling at an explanation.
"It wouldn't be right."
My smirk returned. "Might be fun, though?" He furrowed his brow. "She seems like she might be fun."
"How would you know that?"
he said. "Well, her name's Crystal. She likes older guys and lives in an impressive house all by herself. That sounds like a girl who knows how to have fun."
"Should we go round?"
he asked, still confused. I took his beer from him and put it on the counter. "No," I said, kissing his cheek. "You should go round." His smile widened as the penny dropped. This was something we'd talked a lot about in the past, but we'd never really had the opportunity. A fantasy of mine was to see Jared fucking another woman, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity.
"You want me to go round?"
he asked, as though he was making doubly sure. "I'd love you to go round. I can watch from the top window, just like before." He caught on fast.
"You were watching?"
"I saw it all," I said. "You did well not to be seduced. She's fucking stunning."
"I know,"
Jared agreed, laughing.
"Did you see what she was wearing?"
"I almost saw through what she was wearing. Did it get you excited?" I put my hand on the bulge of his shorts and squeezed. Jared let out a sigh, and I felt him begin to grow as the arousal flooded through him. "Go out there and tell her you'll take her up on her offer," I whispered, kissing his lips as I stroked over his stiff cock.
"You're gonna watch?"
"I'm gonna watch it all." I dropped to my knees and pulled out that gorgeous dick of his. It was smooth and sleek like always, unblemished as though it was pulled straight from a porn movie. My lips spread briefly over him, and I gave his cock one long, slow suck, gliding my mouth off the tip and then putting his shorts back on him. He bit his lip and stared into my eyes as I rose to my feet.
"You tease,"
he said. I snapped the waist of his shorts back against his skin. "I'm just getting..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?